many times we only get what we're giving, right? Because there's so many times people say, I'm always getting the wrong person. I'm always getting this type of person, or people who behave like this, you know, and it could be for women and also for men, the way people, you know, because people don't see as God sees, right? God looks on the inside, God looks on the inside, but men look on the outside, right? And that could be sending signals to who's attracted to us. So that's something that we definitely need to look at. If we're raising our standards, then we need to think about how we present ourselves as well. But it's such a powerful piece that we was just listening to there, and it's called The Invisible Line. And you know what's interesting? It says here, beliefs. Okay, this is an absolute commitment. It's not a short-term test that you can back out of. If it doesn't work out, If it doesn't work out, you can't back out of this commitment. It is an absolute commitment. An absolute commitment means you burn the boats. There's no going back. All right. Beliefs will start to change once you start achieving those new goals and new standards are met. So new standards in our health, right? New standards in maybe even how we work with our family. You know, maybe there's so many different challenges that we have in our family, but maybe it's not even the new family, but maybe it needs to be a new us, you know, to impact our family and how we deal with them. You know, it is absolutely amazing. And it says here, my question for you is, are you committed to raising the bar in your life? Are you committed to moving these invisible lines higher? I'm going to use this sound effect. This is too strong. But I just want to say a huge good morning to one and only Petrina. Good morning, Petrina.
Good morning, Robert.
How are you, super lady?
We're great, thank you.
Fantastic. I love, you know, I know I keep saying it. I just have to say it again. And Ronald, please don't look at me funny. But like when I hear your voice, I just feel like, ooh. You know, it's just, you know, your mornings and stuff just perks us up. That's, you know, that's why Ronald says, she's an eagle. She's an eagle. Yeah. So really,
thank you.
Yes, and really looking forward to this book analysis. How have you guys been enjoying the sunshine, by the way?
Yes, it's been good. I mean, this week, as you know, it's forecast to be sunny all day, so all week rather. So we're looking forward to it.
Let it rain down on us. Oh yeah, I'm telling you guys. And now you've got something very, very special for us because we're continuing the book analysis on bulletproof dating, right?
Yes.
Powerful, by the way. So let's get straight into what we're going to be looking at today. If you just fill everybody in what we're continuing with to round up.
Okay, the last 2 weeks we've been on this chapter, which is chapter 10, creating your personal marketing. And we are on page 132, if you have the book in front of you.
I got mine. If you ain't got yours, you can get it from Christian Books Plus, you know, online, and that'll be great. All right, so 132, yeah? Oh, this is great.
Yes.
Now, our friends in Namibia, because it's not easy to get the book over there, so they're like, yep, we're tuning in, and our soldiers, our universe family, they are ready. Okay,
good. So we've been talking about the various attitudes, big and small, including things like punctuality, your mood, your ability to learn. So we covered like 10 big and small attitudes the last couple of weeks. And today we're going to be speaking on the last 3 that's listed on the list. However, this list, you must remember, it's not exhaustive, so there are other attitudes as well, which you can think of.
Absolutely.
So the first one is communication.
So just to run up, so in case we've got anybody new, like Petrina said, it's about marketing yourself, right? So we know how to market products, we know how to market services, we know how to market mobile phones, right? But we never think about marketing ourselves concerning our love life. And she's been sharing with us things that we need to look out for, to see a potential candidate, and what we need to potentially show and work on, right? And we're down to our last 3. I'm so excited about this. Come on then, let's go.
Okay, so the 11th one is communication. So it talks about how you talk and listen, how you write, your body language, and even the clothes you wear.
Ooh, say something about you. Ooh, this is a deep one, right? Because sometimes there's that saying of, I don't feel this is a healthy way of seeing things, but I am what I am. If they're gonna love me, they're gonna love me for who I am, right? And the person's still single, and they're wondering why, right? And so how you talk and listen. You can have some really beautiful conversations with people, right? And there are some people where. And the thing about it is, you can have some beautiful conversations because they know how to communicate and express themselves. But also on the same token, sometimes we can be so caught up in our feelings that we're not paying attention to their communication.
Yeah.
Right? So we're not talking about... So this is... Obviously, if you're a good communicator, that helps a lot to express yourself and, like it says, and that you can listen. But sometimes because of our emotion, our heart... we're not properly listening. Sometimes we're talking things that are invalid communication, that don't add anything for me to know the person's character, the person's intentions, the person's goals properly, to listen, to weigh if they're a suitable, right, partner. We can be too caught up in our feelings. What do you think about that?
Yeah, and communication, we need to remember it's a two-way process. So there are some of us who like to talk more than we listen, and vice versa. So we need to have that balance as well.
And imagine if you have someone that you're looking at, and obviously when it comes to the dating period, everybody's on their best behavior. Right, everybody wants they do extra effort for the perfume, they do extra effort to, generally, unless the person's like, they will accept me as I am. All right, and they're like French toast, or, but, so we always want to look good, but what I'm saying here is that this communication is important because feelings can get in the way. Feelings, when a person's expressing themselves and the way that they listen to you and the way they take an interest to what you're saying, the way they react to what you're saying, we have to be observing this, right? Am I someone who's interested in what somebody has to say, what the feedback that they have to give? Or if they give feedback and I don't like it, my body language can be dismissive. You're just crazy. Then you know that you've got someone that you won't be able to genuinely express yourself to, right? And so these are all different types of signs. How you write, that's an interesting one, Petrina.
Yes.
Communication. How would we write? How would that have anything to do with love life? Do you know?
Well, I mean, in the few years ago, probably we were more writing in terms of handwriting, letters and stuff like that. Well, in these days and age, probably it's more like emails and text messaging.
Yes.
So a lot of times as well, the words we use in the text messages or the emails, it does have an effect as well on how the message gets across. It's
true. I remember like when I was courting my wife, I used to write her poems.
Yeah.
And I'd take a bit of scripture from the Songs of Solomon and I would write something there, and the thing about it, she's not a poet person. It was the wrong audience. Some other audiences, they would appreciate her. She appreciated it, I know, but I know that she's not a poetry. Like if you're going deep into poetry, for her it's like, oh, that's nice. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
But I get what you mean by writing, because I mean you're expressing yourself, right, in the writing, in the imagination. So you're getting a picture of the person, and it says here your body language and even the clothes you wear say something about you.
That's right. Yeah.
I must say that there are when I fix myself, when I've improved my life. Before, the old Robert, if a lady dressed in a certain type of way, would call my attention. But when I change and I improve myself, improve my standards, that way of dressing that I liked before would be like a no-go area.
Yeah.
Right? So many times we only get what we're giving, right? Because there's so many times people say, I'm always getting the wrong person. I'm always getting this type of person, or people who behave like this, and it could be for women and also for men, the way people, because people don't see as God sees, right? God looks on the inside, God looks on the inside, but men look on the outside, right? And that could be sending signals to who's attracted to us. So that's something that we definitely need to look at. If we're raising our standards, then we need to think about how we present ourselves as well.
Yeah. And I would say that, all these attitudes and traits, these are the similar ones which you would apply, or most people would apply if you're looking for a job, for example, or, looking for a contract.
Yeah.
You don't dress inappropriately if you're going to go for the first interview, right?
That's right. That's right. Or what happens if you dress inappropriately, you get told no, and then you leave and you say, what's wrong with these people? Like, you think they're the problem, right? But no, for the standard of what you're applying for what you want, there is a standard of presentation.
Of course.
Right? Oh, but when I got the ring on the finger, it won't matter anymore. It will. It will. It will, right? And so that's a huge one right there. Yeah, thank you for that. We have our breakfast show talkers. Shazad says, good morning, Petrina. Your energy is always amazing, Petrina.
Oh, thank you, Shazad.
And Mijuli says, Goldie, are you listening? Okay. And she says, golden nuggets. Absolutely. All right. Yeah, go ahead, Petrina.
Okay, so the 12th attitude listed here is making things happen.
Ooh, nice.
Words can please, but not convince. Your ability to live what you preach, take on tasks, and do them well. Those are important. So it's not just saying that, in the moment, saying that, yes, this is a good idea, I will do it, and then not carry out the promise or the task that you agreed to do.
It's true. That's a very strong one there as well. Making things happen. I think I think it goes again to, feelings versus being present, right? Because I know from my old life, there are men who would always know what to say to win a girl. And there were certain types of females that would fall into it every time. There might be a bit, but they'll fall for it every single time, right? But let's look at it this way. We're talking about now, because this is the breakfast show, right? We're talking about a higher standard, right? We're talking about us, we're leaving some other stuff, old stuff behind. We want to perform at a higher level. So because I'm working on myself to be at a high level, I'm looking for someone at a higher level. So I'm listening, I'm looking at their credentials, right? Because if you got someone who's just a talker and they don't have an attitude to make things happen, then if you're at a high level, guess what? You want to make things happen in your life. You want to create things. You want to express your talents, right? That's where your mind is generally. Obviously, everybody has where they want to get to, but you're gonna be making sure that you're a person who does what they say. You start something and you finish it, right? That's a standard that you have in you if you're taking your life to another level, but also you're looking for that person who starts something and finishes it. Because when I was dating my wife, and I was considering her, I was looking at how is she with her education? Is she slack with it? Did she finish what she started? You know what I mean? Yeah. Did she go out there and do whatever it takes to make sure she gets it done? Great, because this person will help me and we can work together in agreement to achieve things and get them done, right?
Definitely.
Because a person who speaks and doesn't complete, you'll find out as soon as, why don't they complete? Because the situation changes and they get negged out. They become a negatron.
Yeah.
Right, and yeah, they become. Who remembers Transformers? There's another type called the Negatron, right? And literally, you want to do something, or you say, "Come on, let's do this. Let's make this happen," and they will give you the A to Z of why it can't happen.
Yeah.
You know, depending on where you want to go in your life, you don't need that in your life, champions. You don't need that in your life, listeners. You're depending on where. It depends. If your thoughts align, then that's fine. But if you're a person that you want to go out, you have these aspirations, don't let your feelings cloud your judgment. Be listening and seeing the essence of who they are. Can this person be helped and be elevated? Sure, but let it be while they're, not joined to you yet. Because otherwise you would join them to your life and you'll be like, here we go for another chain of prayer. Right? I finished this chain of prayer on this day, we got this victory, but now ring on the finger. Okay, back we go again. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's it. So words can please, but not convince. Your ability to live what you preach, take on tasks and do them well. Absolutely. Powerful.
Okay. So the last one is about appearance, how you take care of yourself, including your personal hygiene and the zeal for your appearance.
All right, you got this one, Petrina. Go for it.
Yeah. Now this is so important because when you're getting to know the person, you can observe, especially in this day where are you like washing your hands before you eat, or even having a shower, for example. So you need to observe all these little things that do add up with time. Yeah,
it's true. Because like for me, like two things when I was single, right? And two things that were very important to me: personal hygiene. I wasn't fashion. I've never been a person of fashion. I'm not a fashionable person. Like, trust me, with me, I'm just simple. Put on my Kango cap at the time. Shirt or whatever. I'll combine whatever I can combine. I'm not a fashionable person, but I would always make sure that my place where I reside is clean and tidy and that I'm always fresh and good,
Yeah.
And because I know men, we definitely have a reputation of not always being like that. Nowadays, things are a bit different. Men are a bit more well kept, generally speaking. But imagine if you have somebody by your side and you're looking for a partner, you're going to look for someone who takes care of themselves as well,
Yeah.
So this is something for the guys, and I think it's also something for the ladies as well, because in the same way as men now are, I think they're doing a lot better in order to take care and look after themselves. I think women now, we're in an area where women are trying to be like how men used to be, right? It's like each are taking a bit of each other's role, which is a bit interesting. And there are some women who are very slack, who could be potentially very slack at that. They probably don't take care of the place where they reside, and they, probably hygiene. I don't know. Women generally, reputation-wise, are better, but things are changing. But you know what I mean? So sometimes if we're looking for a potential partner, or we want to make ourselves to be a potential partner, we can't overlook these things. And I think it's something that needs to be part of who we are. Right, not just for the dating period. You have this Chanel No. 5 perfume. I'm not good with perfumes, by the way, guys. Forgive me. I don't know perfumes from here. I just received them and I just use. No, I don't. I'm a very simple man, but so I just use Chanel No. 5 because of the advert on TV. But just for the dating period, and then when the ring goes on the finger, it's just fragrance de escargot. And it's like you can escargot that way. Okay. So I think, so what you're saying here is these things that we need to use to market ourselves. It's not just for the dating period or because you have an interest in someone. I think these are things that we work on ourselves anyway: punctuality, helpfulness, mood, responsibility, honesty, your energy level, ability to solve problems, ability to learn, temperament, virtual trail in like how your Facebook is and your social media, what kind of things you're connected to, your communication, how you make your ability to make things happen and not just talk, and your appearance. All these things are not because you're dating. It just needs to be because I am working on me to be a suitable partner for someone, and as I'm requiring from myself, that's what I'm going to be looking for. And for sure, you're going to get honored. You're going to get honored with this. You're the right type of bait for the right type of fish.
Exactly. Exactly. So this chapter, it really concludes in terms of saying that how you behave. A lot of people are observing you anyway, be it your family or friends, and they are the best people who can actually recommend you to your potential partner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so you
true.
need to use that as well as best as you can to your advantage, because normally when we look for a life partner or we're introduced to someone, it's normally someone in a mutual community that we know. For example, your family knows the other person's family, and then they introduce each other. So these people who are closer to you, they already know your traits anyway.
Absolutely.
So it's important to have those traits.
Absolutely, you hit the nail on the head. And you know what? And I'll say, me personally, because I love matchmaking people. I like this. I like, because when I know someone is single and by themselves and like they're in the wilderness, when I pray at night, I'm like, no, something needs to happen for this person. Look, they're faithful. You know. And I look around and I'm like, oh my gosh, why wasn't this seen before? You know what I mean? And some people ask me about other people, and I'm like, yeah, this person, I give a report. And there are some people who say, oh, I like this lady. And I'm like, that's nice. The reason why, because I don't want, you need to keep working on yourself before we say anything or get any ideas. You know, is it my bad judgment? Could be, but I see relationships as being so important to the raising up or destruction of a person's life that I'm like, if I have any doubt, I will not say anything. But if I see the person's doing their part, and you know what I mean, I'm the first one to say, yes, this is good. There was even one of the pastors, they were thinking about a lady, and I never forget this. And this lady used to be annoying. Used to be very annoying, and he had an experience with that person as well, being very, very annoying. But years passed anyway, and we all matured and got better and worked on ourselves. And then he came to my branch and he said like this, what do you think of this person? And I said, you know what? Before, they were really annoying. And he's like, yeah. But then I said, but you know what's happened? It's different now. Really, yes. Literally, the situation that I've observed and I've seen, they're X, Y, Z. You know? And today they're married. Married. So what you're saying is so important, Petrina. Those of us, you know, we're in that area of our life, we work on ourselves, and those who are around us are the ones that you know, could be used to open the door for us. Exactly.
So it concludes in saying, start focusing on your good qualities, and at the same time fix your defects. Any of the defects that, you know, we've covered. That you need to improve on, do improve on that as well. Because it says, if your personal marketing is very good, you probably won't have to look for a partner for too long. You will be found and fought for.
Isn't it, right? It's true. Wow. Yeah, that's powerful.
However, it also says, it may not always be that way. Sometimes you have to be a bit more proactive. You know, just like, you know, great products, they're always having great marketing. You need to also implement that in your love life as well.
That's true. Very true. That's a good one. I think that's amazing. I think, yeah. And you know, sometimes people say, oh, there's no one in my circle. Just keep working on you. And being proactive. Good things are going to come out of it. I can guarantee you that, listeners, these things that, you know, you get honored for whatever you put in life. And that's a law that doesn't change.
Yeah. And there's a nice piece of homework at the end. It says, think of someone in your social circles and write down, say, 3 good things about that person. Then you think about someone else who doesn't have these very positive things that you can say about them, and think about the reasons why you've come to these conclusions about both of them.
Okay. All right.
So first of all, think about someone who's in your circle and write down 3 good things about them. And then on the opposite side, think of someone else who doesn't have these traits and think of why you've come to these sort of conclusions.
All right, did you get that breakfast show, faithfuls? This is a little bit of a homework, and definitely next week, Tuesday, let us know how it goes with you. We want to hear about it. We will love the feedback from our breakfast show faithfuls. Ain't that right, Petrina?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. See, I like it in these moments because I see the live chat just stops because everybody's listening and they're taking notes. I love it. I love it. It's good. It's very, very positive. Yep. All right. So is that everything?
Yes, that's everything for now.
What's going to be next week? What's going to be next week, Petrina? Come on now.
Next week. Wow. Next week. This is exciting.
Yeah.
How and where to find a partner.
Oh, it's on. So guys, get ready for that. Make sure you're ready. We are going to put this on the Robust Life TV, and also on the Robust Life TV, we're going to have links to Petrina in case you want to get in touch with her and ask her any questions, because this lady is a multi-skilled lady and she would love to have a chat with you. I'm putting that here on Robust Life TV. And guess what, Petrina, thank you so much for that.
You're welcome, Robert.
You are absolutely awesome. I'm just saying, like, you're great. You are on the globe, start your morning right. Monday to Friday from 6:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. UK time. Join Robert Ashite and Hercules, your man of sound. Connect online Monday to Friday with special guests for inspiration, motivation to start your morning right. Music, banter, fun and laughter. Connect when you start your mornings with The Breakfast Show. Only on libertyradio.co.uk. That's right, The Breakfast Show is back. libertyradio.co.uk from 6:30 a.m.